Welcome to the instructional video for the 2020 Burstner Lyseo TD680 Harmony Edition. So walking around the outside, we've got this one based on a 2.3 140, which was an optional upgrade. Got the alloy wheels, TV socket and main socket just there. We've got the barbecue point just located there, and the truma vent for ventilating the boiler and the hot water heater. We've got the awning, which is standard, the larger hardtail door, the entrance step, fridge vent, so you can buy covers if you're going into colder climates with these, but otherwise just leave them as they are. Toilet cassette is located here, so press either side, it will just sit down there. Lift up the handle, slide it out. You then want to release the grey cap and press the orange button when you're turning it upside down to empty it. That releases through the vacuum. Clean it out and then put your cap back on, slide it back in there and just hook it in place just there. It does have a handle and wheels, and we do tell you to make sure that the blade valve is closed inside before trying to pull this out, otherwise it won't come out of the vehicle. Behind that we have the locker door. Simply opens and then giving you access into your garage. We've got a mains plug socket just there, carpets that come as standard with the vehicle, a light for seeing in when it's dark, and you have a heater vent there which just opens and closes if you want it to heat into the garage area, closes if you don't. There's one on the opposite side, and then your sliding door compartment just there. The awning pole is just located there, and we'll send you a separate video showing you how to use your awning as well. So moving round then to the rear of the vehicle, we've got your camera located high up there, and moving round to this side we've got your large door. So the doors all lock with one key, so you've got your big ski locker on this side, and again I mentioned your heater vent on this side. Couple of tying down eyelets just there, and they will slide along the rails. And again up here, wrong side, just here, we've got a little button that pulls down and allows the shelf to just lie down for storage of that top compartment. Forward of that, we've got the external shower point, which was an option by the customer on this particular model, and that's located just there. There is a micro switch on this that you need to turn off to make sure the pump turns off when you're not using the vehicle. In the black compartment is the toolkit, and your gas bottles will take 2 in there with a regulator just on the back wall there. Below underneath the vehicle here we have the little metal pole, little metal pipe, and that will allow you to put the waste key, which is located in the service locker on there, to empty the waste out through the grey valve. The service locker is just to the left, that will just twist open. You'll see the key that I just mentioned is just located on there, and then you have your filler neck for filling up the fresh water. That literally just sits onto that point there and allows you to fill up the fresh water. Now on the fresh water you have a few things that you need to just remember to do. The first one is to keep the fresh water in the tank. You must turn that wheel clockwise. Yeah. Now the first click, because you'll hear 2 clicks, the first click will allow you to fill it up to 20 litres, then it will overflow. If you're continually doing it till it's finger tight, that will allow you to fill the tank up till full. And again, it is a transparent tank, so I think you can just make out there we've got a water level here. You can see that there is water in there. You also have an indicator inside to tell you. To release water out of it, you just turn the dial the opposite way, so anti-clockwise, and it will drain directly underneath the vehicle. So if you do forget to do this when you're filling back up, water will simply drop out underneath the vehicle, directly below that black wheel. To the side of it, we've got your mains plug-in point, and then just at the bottom there, you'll see that there is a little yellow toggle valve. So in the horizontal position, whether it's facing towards us as you see on the camera or away from us, that will allow anything past the boiler to drain out of the system. If it is up in the vertical position, it will be draining out of the bottom of the vehicle. So again, one thing to check. And then lastly, we have your frost protection valve. So you'll see here we've got the diamond in the position pointing across the vehicle, and at the bottom just down there you will see there's a blue button. The blue button must be pressed in, guys. It's no point just having the valve turning around. You have to press that blue button in. And again, to empty it, you just twist the diamond to face front to back, and the blue button will come out, and that will release water from the boiler. So we've got, just recapping, boiler drain valve, water drain valve, and freshwater drain, as well as just underneath the vehicle, your wastewater drain. So all simple, all in that one area. Forward of that, we've got your diesel and your AdBlue. The AdBlue counts down, and we've got a separate video running that tells you about the cab area, so I'll send you that as a separate link. Moving to the inside of the vehicle, the step does work electrically, just here. So just press the button in and the step will retract out of there. You've got a bin, a blind and a fly screen on the hatchel door. So we'll move inside the vehicle. We have got, just down here, a couple of separate switches. So the first one being your welcome light, the split one being your awning light and your external long LED light. And then the other buttons will control the lights inside the vehicles. And to do that, we must first have the power on. So this is your main control panel. So you can see we're plugged into mains. It's given an indication in the middle. To turn the power on, press the button and it illuminates just there. Press and hold the button at the top. It tells you what voltage is in your leisure battery. Bottom one, what voltage is in your engine battery. To the right will tell you what water level is in the freshwater level, and the bottom one, if there is any wastewater, it will give you an indication there. The other button at the side is your water pump, so you'll see it just illuminates above, and you must have this pump on for water to work in the toilet and in the shower and the sinks. Yeah, so once we've got water in the tank and we've got the boiler valves and everything else closed, we'll want to come to the taps. And you'll see on the top, they've got hot and cold. So you want to turn the taps to hot, lift up the handle, and that will allow the water to run out of the taps, just like that, until you get a steady stream. Now, if you run this and there's air inside it, it will spit and spurt until it pulls all the air out the boiler. We advise you do it both on the kitchen sink, on the bathroom sink, and on the shower sinks. That will just get rid of any air that is in the system. Once you've done that, you can come to your control panel at the side of it to warm up the heating. So we'll press the button in, and I always advise that you make sure that your gas and your heating is turned on first of all. So in this case we've no gas, so I'm going to quickly switch it to electric. So we want to go to the temperature, so we want to change what temperature we want it. At the moment it's quite warm, so we would probably leave the heating off until it gets cold later on, or you could simply just flick on the control panel and select the temperature, so it does kick in when it starts getting cold automatically in there. We have a boost option for the hot water, a hot option which is a 70 degrees, 60 degrees, and an eco which is a 40 degrees option. So you decide which one you want, it'll change above the top line. So in here we'll go eco. We'll then go to our fuel source. So again we want either 2 kilowatt, 1 kilowatt, and again you'll see it change above. Mixture of gas and electric, 2 kilowatt, mix of gas and electric, 1 kilowatt, and gas only. And then finally we have an option of either eco on the fan, high on the fan, or once we select the fan for the hot blown air heating, in a few minutes it will allow the system then to go into boost, and that will take all the power away from the hot water to get the heating up to temperature. Now you'll see there's a diamond appeared. This will tell us that there's a fault code on there. Yeah, so what we want to do is click on it. It'll tell you what the code is. It'll tell us, do you want to reset? And for reset, it will take 14 minutes to reset. So this has probably occurred when the vehicle has been unplugged and the heater unit's not been turned off. So we always advise you to just turn the heating panel off for the trimmer before you unplug. And before you turn the unit on, make sure that your power source is in the vehicle, before you do that. It will reset itself in 14 minutes and allow you to use the vehicle. Once you want to turn the unit off completely, you would press and hold the unit, and that will tell you that it's off. So simple like that. Below we've got the TV or display bracket, just pulls down and then we'll allow it to slide. Main sockets, 12-volt sockets just located there, and USB sockets lower down. The cooker is the Thetford cooker. We've got your 3 gas burners above. We've got your oven and grill options just on this one, and then your 3 burners there with an igniter on it. Make sure that you leave the grill open when you're grilling. Obviously follow the instructions on the oven. To the side of it is where the bed key is located. So your bed keys there for the drop down bed on this particular model. So you can leave them in situ, and you must have your power on to do it. And as the sticker says, please don't put it down with the travelling seat, just there. Below there, we've got your RCD switch. So you'll see on the left hand side there is a little round blue button. So just press that if you think you've not got mains. Otherwise, if something trips, it will generally flick them switches down. Pretty much similar to your home RCD breakers at home. So just follow it in that same way. Make sure it's clipped in place before travelling. The top cupboard, we've got your isolation valves. So in line there, they're all in use. So you don't need to turn your gas off here, turn it off from your gas bottle. You've got below that toilet chemicals, keys for your external showers, and barbecue points, and a chemical point. Chemical there from Thetford. And below we've got all your shower hoses and all your instructional videos just in that black bag. From the back here we'll see that we've got the sliding compartment to get us into the garage area. Just holds there in a magnet. And then above that we have got the rear storage area. So hanging on this side, drawers and shelves on here. Make sure that the doors are fully open, but we've got some storage units that you're given from Burstner. Your grill pan just there. And again, like I say, make sure that door's pushed all the way back, otherwise you can scratch this section of the vehicle. So a bit of common sense really. Shower area, so it does adjust, and you have got a towel rail holder just there. You have also got a blind for covering through the sun or the light, just like that. And we've got some little retaining tabs that must be flicked, holding back the screens in transit. Yeah, we have your sliding door, which just needs releasing at the top, and that will slide around and magnetise. Now we tell you to keep the door closed in the back position with the strap just in place up there for travelling. Below here we've got your toilet cassette, and the blue button will allow the toilet to flush, making sure that you've got your pump turned on as I mentioned previously. When it is full, it'll indicate just as it does there. And you will see the minute I open the blade valve, because it is now emptied, that will disappear. Yeah, so the blade valve is opened just with the grey little switch. So open, just there, and close. So it has to be closed to be able to pull your toilet cassette out, and that toilet will swivel around for you as well. Toilet roll holder just there, and then again we've got plenty of storage and a heater just down there. Underfloor storage can just be found just in the middle of the vehicle there, and then we have your table, which is found just here. So to demonstrate the table, I'll do this in a few different sections. So if you want to extend it, you pull it out and then flick the table over, just like so. The legs on it as if you want to make it into another berth underneath, so you'll need to put the legs down and they just swivel down from there. To get the table down, you need to lift the table up for it then to push down. Just like that. And then for making up the beds, so you can either, or the seats, sorry, you can either have it down as it is at the moment with 2 long bench seats. The cushions can either go on top or behind, depending on how comfortable or upright you want to sit. So you'll see just on there, you'll see that the cushions are behind. There you'll see you'll sit a bit more upright. To make up the seats, I'll just demonstrate them and show you how to do that now. So I always start by removing all the cushions, and they work on the same way either side. And then with this black dial, just twist it towards the door, and that will move the seat back, just like so. And then position the cushions just for your travelling. Same on both sides. So just set up just like that for your travelling. You'll see the space underneath and a plug socket just located just there. And then a little bit of storage underneath that cupboard there. And likewise just on that cupboard there. So to show you the bed, again we must flatten these seats to the folding position, and then I'll drop the bed to show you. The bed has a manual position. So if the motor goes, you have a little key in your pack. It goes into that location there. It's just located high up. One thing to remember with these little lights, they're push to turn on and push to turn off. Yeah. So bed wise, remembering to push the key there, and then as soon as you push the key, the bed will drop. Again, making sure that we're not hitting or entangled with anything there. The bed will then fall down, just like that. And again, the same push fits underneath will be just above there. We do tell you can put your duvets on there. If your pillows are thin, guys, they can go in the middle. If not, just utilise the areas either side at the front. And again, we've got an opening window, both sky roof like the front and hecky. The heckies open just like this one here and have a blind and a fly screen located. They're the same in the bathroom area above as well, and just will ventilate the vehicle should it be warm, such as today. A couple of switches will do your lounge lights as well. And under the bed we have safety netting just on the front side and the back side. That'll go into little fittings on the roof. To pop it back up, we just do it in reverse. Press your finger and keep your finger on it. If you do release it, the bed will stop. So, and again, just taking it up and making sure that it goes up and nothing's caught or catching. If you do lose power from your battery, you could always start up your engine, and this one is fitted with a solar panel as standard. So again, just press on. This side has a storage locker just located there, just clips in place, and you have a sliding window on this side and your blinds on this side. Your blinds are operated by pulling your flash screen down, and then you blind up, simply release and pull down, and then the windows themselves just with a standard window stays gently open. It will hold in place all the way up. We'll bring it all the way down to lock it back in a usable travelling position. Your electrical fuse box on this particular model is located underneath the passenger seat, underneath there. That unit just pulls down, and underneath there is where you'll find all your fuses and your main e-box. The seat does adjust, and this one is fitted with the optional heated front seats for both passenger and driver's seats. We also have your extractor fan, which again was an option, and that literally turns on there and turns off just on the switch. And again, a couple of lights for the back area which turn on and turn off, and you can move these around that rail to whatever position suits. That, guys, concludes most of the lounge area. Lastly, moving on to the fridge unit. So we turn it on by pressing the button. It will illuminate and then show you what we're clicked onto. So to change it, we basically We'll press the unit. So press and hold the unit, so we've just got one flashing light, and then we'll either select electric, automatic, which will automatically search it, gas when you're not hooked up to mains, or vehicle battery when your vehicle battery is running. It doesn't work off your leisure battery, it works off your vehicle battery. So in this instance I'm going to select automatic. Your next option then it flicks to is your temperature. So that's going to change from the warmest to the coldest temperature. When you've fixed it onto the options you want to do, just leave it, and then that will go out in a few seconds, and then you will see that the light illuminates inside to tell you that it is going to be starting to cool down. Freezer compartment, fridge compartment. When you want to then turn your unit off, press and hold until that little LED light goes. Above we have a storage area, and the thing to remember on these, any of these push fits, is that you're pushed in before you're travelling, and there's a few located around the vehicle for that. That is your instructional video for the Lyseo TD680 2020 model. We hope you enjoy it, and we look forward to hearing your feedback on the video and the van in general. Thank you.